Yeah, the topic we have here is road marking in construction. Yeah, once you are done with your road construction, you come to finishing work. So, and part of the finishes is where the road marking comes in. So, look at the road markings in construction, then the importance of road marking in construction, so that we actually acquaint ourselves with you know the functionalities that is required, or that is ascribed to road marking in construction. So first of all, we'll take a look at what is road marking. So road marking is the application of lines, symbols, and legends on the road surface to so the application of your lines, your symbols, and your legend is road marking. So then this road marking is done on the road surface to help to guide, then to regulate and to inform users. So different symbols, different markings, you understand, helps to guide, to regulate, and to inform road users. So it enhances traffic safety, improves road efficiency, and reduces accident by providing clear visual guidance. So the essence of the road marking, is actually to help to improve road efficiency and reduces accident by providing clear visual guidance. So road markings are used on highways, city roads, intersections, parking areas, pedestrian crossing, and various other road facilities. So it's actually created on road facilities to actually help users. It helps to give users instruction, right, to be able to make use of the road properly. So we'll be taking a look at the key reasons why road marking is used in construction. So the first point is improve road safety, right, to help improve the safety of the road. Then the second point is to regulate traffic flow, right? So it actually helps to regulate how the flow of traffic, actually flows. Then the third point is enhances visibility. Then the next one is provides information, and the next one is support road discipline. So we'll be taking these points, one after the other to actually, buttress more on these points to, have the detail um details of all these reasons that has been stated. So the first is improves road safety. So road marking actually provides clear guidance and warning that helps prevent accident and protects driver, pedestrian, and other road users. So it actually provides the guidance that the driver, the pedestrian, and other road users needs, right? So thereby preventing accident. The second point is regulate traffic flow. So road marking actually helps organize and separate traffic. That's the first thing. Helps to organize and separate traffic, right? Then it now helps to reduce conflicts and ensure smooth and efficient movement of vehicles. So it helps to ensure smooth and efficient movement of vehicle. That is after reducing the conflicts that might ensue. So the next point is enhances visibility. Marker lanes, crossing directions, and hazard clearly visible, especially at night in rain or low visibility condition. So enhances visibility is one of those aspects that is important because especially when you are driving in the rain at night, right? So you need some of these road markings to guide you so that you'll be able to drive either at the center of the road to know when to turn right or to turn left, to know how many kilometers you have to run per hour. So all these are just there to help you to ensure your safety. So the next point is provide information, which that is conveys important messages such as the speed limit, lane usage, direction and warning, then through symbols, arrows and text markings. So symbols, arrows and text markings, those are just the tools that are being used to pass the important informations to the driver, right? Then some of the informations are the speed limit. You tend to know how many kilometers you're going to be running per hour, and then your direction, you should speed or reduce your speed, all those information. Then the next point is support road discipline. So road marking actually encourages driver to follow rules and stay in the correct lane, right? Because you can sometimes you see your drivers, they tend to deviate from their lane. So but with road markings, it actually guides them to be on the correct lane, right? So which actually helps to reduce violations and improving overall road discipline, because the essence of road marking is to help you know your lane. So if you're on your lane, you'll be able to follow your lane, and that actually helps to instill the discipline that is required. So we'll be taking a look at the uses of these road markings. We've looked at the key areas of road marking, which is improve road safety, regulates traffic flow, enhances visibility, provides information, then support road discipline. So these are just the key reasons why road marking is used in construction. But we now want to look at the uses of these road markings. So the first area of use is highway and expressways. So if you are observant enough, you see that on your highways, your expressways, you see these road markings, then lane lines, edge lines and direction markings. So the markings you usually see on your highway most times is your lane lines, your edge lines and your direction markings. Then also make use of road markings on intersection and junctions. So at every junction, intersection, you tend to make use of your road markings. We use stop lines, then turn arrow, then channelizing marking. So all these are just the markings that we use on intersection, which is our stop line, then turn arrow, then channelizing marking. So all these are accustomed to the intersection. Then we have pedestrian facility. For pedestrian facility, we have the zebra crossing. Then we have walkway marking. Then we have the refuge marking. So these are the markings that is ascribed to pedestrian facility. Then we now have the parking area, which is bay marking, slot delineation, then directional arrow. So all these are also ascribed to the parking area. Then the bus lane and cycle track. So these exclusive markings and symbols. Then for industrial and commercial area, we have the safety zone, then we have the loading area, and we have the traffic management. Then for road safety zone, we have the school zones, we have the hospital zones, then we have the work zone. So all these are areas whereby road marking is being adopted. Then we have a picture here which tends to give the structure of a typical road marking. So for the structure, we have the first one, which is our marking material, which is at the surface. Then we have the glass bead reflective. So we have the glass bead reflective. Then from there we have the binder course. Then we have our road surface then we have the base course, and we have the base grade. So all this is just a pictograph of what we've been explaining. So road marking is very, very essential in road construction because it helps to give directives to your drivers, help them know which direction to follow, help them know which is their lane so that they won't start deviating from their own lane to the other lane, thereby causing accidents. So I think this road marking in construction is very, very important because from the uses, the areas, the type of line markings, and the type of key areas whereby all these markings are being used.